So let's try this again. Hello everyone, Bird Lady Speaks here, coming to you guys with a quick video. In this video here, I just want to you know what? I think we're gonna have geese for Thanksgiving. How about that? Hello everyone, Bird Lady Speaks here. I know it's been a while. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. In this video here, I want to talk about how to keep your chickens safe, our chickens safe during the winter months. Let's jump right into it. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If this is not your first time, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that you do decide to join the family and stay by hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and of course, ringing that bell. Now, my chickens keep jumping on my tripod, so if it actually rocks a little bit, I apologize. But, ma'am, really? But I just want to let you guys know, I always have to let you guys know this is a very diverse channel. I talk about all types of things on this channel. Mainly, I've been talking about my chickens because I am absolutely obsessed with my chickens. But this is my homesteading journey. I'm trying to get back to the old ways, trying to get back to, trying to get back to living off the land and everything. So I'm trying to bring you guys along my journey. But I talk about all types of things on this channel. But if you are here for the chicken center video, I do have a playlist saved just for you. And now if you if not, I'm pretty sure you'll find something that you like. But in this video here, I just want to talk about some tips because I am in a lot of homesteading chicken type groups, and a lot of people have been asking, hey, they're first time chicken owners like me, and a lot of people have been asking, hey, what do we do in the wintertime to save our chickens? I'm sorry, the geese are back. The geese are back. I'm so sorry. Hopefully they'll just go on about their business. Anyway, I'm in so many homesteading and chicken groups, and people are asking, they're like first time chicken owners like me. They're like, what can we do for our chickens to keep them safe in the wintertime? So I want to show you a couple of tips. Luckily for me, what I do is I talk to the elders. I talk to people who have been keeping chickens 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And I visit them, and I notice in the area that I'm in, we have relatively mild winters here. So in the area that I'm in, most people don't have like an enclosed coop for their chickens. They have mostly, runs for their chickens with some tarps. And so I mimic the same thing. So I went to those same people and I asked them, hey, what do you do in the wintertime? They said absolutely nothing. I do absolutely nothing for my chickens in the wintertime. I may put some extra tarps up, but I don't do anything for my chickens in the wintertime. So I'm like, how many chickens you have die a year? I'm like, none. I don't. They said that the 30, 40, 50, 60 years that they've been raising chickens, they have not had one chicken to die of frost or in the cold season. They actually let me know that the heat is more dangerous to your chickens than the cold is. Chickens are really pretty hardy animals. And after this video here, I will be posting another video to let you know the best winter hardy chickens to get, and also the best chickens that still continue to lay in the winter. So stay tuned for that video as well. But here are some things to look for when you're getting chickens. If you know you live in an area that gets really, really, really harsh winters, the best thing to do is just to pick some cold or winter hardy chickens. Some chickens, they do just fare better in the winter than other chickens. That's just how it is. Now, when it comes to what you want to look for chickens with a small comb, and I think I have one here. It's actually one of the ones who's not as friendly, but I'm going to try to get her and show it to you guys. So she's not happy. It's okay, ma'am. Don't use that language with me. So I'm not going to hold her long, but I just want to show you guys. She has a very small comb. She is an olive egger. She is a mix. So what this means is if we do get, sub-zero temperatures, which is not likely here, if you are in an area that gets sub-zero temperatures, then they're less likely to get frostbite because she has a very, very small comb. Thank you for being an example. And I'm going to try to get another one to show you an example, just to contrast. All right, so on the flip side, you have my favorite chickens here, which are the barred wots. As you can see, compared to that olive egger that I had, her comb is very, very large, and she has larger wattles as well. She's actually a female, so my rooster Ezekiel, his cones and wattles are even larger than hers are. But when they have larger cones and wattles like this, they can actually get frostbite on those cones and wattles if it gets below 0 temperatures. So the best thing to do is, when you know it's going to be really, really cold, just take and put some Vaseline on their cones and their wattles, and that will keep them from getting frostbite. So if you live in a sub-zero temperature area, I would say look for chickens with pea cones, single cones, walnut cones, rose cones, just the smaller cones and wattles, and that way that is less likely that they'll get frostbite on those, and that won't create problems in the future. Now, a lot of people say they do things like heat up their coops. I'm not a fan of putting heaters in coops or runs. I actually have the waterers that you can plug in, and it actually heat up the water, keep it from freezing. And I'm sorry, my chickens are kind of pecking around my tripod. But I don't like having things plugged in outside. There have been so many coop fires. People have lost their entire flock because a chicken has knocked over something and it's been a coop fire. And another reason that I don't recommend, or I don't agree with, heating your coop or your run up is because if the power ever goes out, you want your chickens to be able to survive naturally. If they've been so accustomed to having artificial heat, then when it gets cold and you can't provide them with that heat, they may actually not be able to come on, y'all. I'm doing a video. They actually might not be able to survive because they haven't been conditioned to learn how to build up that immunity, build up that hardiness in those temperatures. So I don't agree with it, but that is your choice. Another thing that you want to look for with your chickens is, you want to get, if you live in an area that has really, really, really harsh winters, you want to look for chickens who have heavy featherings. So that heavy feathering is going to help insulate them, and then that larger body is more muscle, more fat, which is going to help insulate them and keep them warm as well. But again, every person that I've talked to has actually lost more chickens in the summer than they lost in the winter. Haven't lost any to cold yet. So chickens, again, they are pretty hardy. I know we naturally want to have, like, if we have runs, we naturally want to just completely enclose the runs in, but you have to have good ventilation in the wintertime, because what happens is, when the chicken coop or the chicken run isn't well ventilated, that means the poop is going to produce, sweat and ammonia and respiration. Respiration is going to cause dampness, and that dampness can cause problems with their feet getting wet, or their parts of their body getting wet, and then it freezing, and then them getting frostbite and losing toes. So have good ventilation. Like, I have these tarps up around my run, but there's one particular section of my run in the front that I don't have any tarps, so that it will still have that good ventilation. And I even put holes at the top of some of the runs here, so that air could be able to just flow through. Now, one thing that you want to make sure that you do, and I know we as chicken owners, sometimes we can get behind, but make sure you keep a clean, dry coop. Now that we're in the fall season, I've been using a lot more straw than I actually use in the summertime, simply because, get off my tripod, ma'am. I actually use more, no, ma'am. All right, so as I was saying, I actually use a lot more straw now that it's gotten cooler than I did in the summertime, because it's rained so much. We had heavy rains at one point in time. The ground, it didn't really freeze, but it was a lot of frost on the ground, which causes, dampness or whatever. So I just put a layer of hay over it, a layer of straw and hay over it, just to kind of keep them from walking around in the damp ground. So make sure you keep that ground clean and you keep that ground dry in the winter time, because like I said, their feet can get cold, their feet can get wet, and then that cold hits, it can cause frostbite on their feet, and then they can end up losing toes to frostbite. Now, one thing that you should do, this is up to you, but definitely something that I started doing, is I started actually feeding my, and this is something that the elders told me to do. I actually started back feeding my chickens scratch and corn in the evening. The reason that I stopped feeding it to them in the summertime is because when their body actually heats up because they're trying to digest those seeds in that scratch feed and that corn in that scratch feed. But now it's a good thing. So what I do in the evenings, because I learned this from the elders, what I do in the evening is I give them scratch feed or cracked corn in the evening time. So at night, while they are digesting that food, their body is automatically warming up, and because their body is digesting that food overnight. So in the fall, in the winter, that's the perfect time to start back giving them cracked corn and scratch feed, because that's going to help their bodies to, what are y'all doing back there? It's going to help their body to actually heat up at night. Now, another thing that you want to make sure that you do is you want to make sure that you change your water out daily. I'll show you the waterers that I have. I'll put some footage in here. I have these waterers, and many of my waterers that I have, you can actually plug them in, especially the 12-gallon water that I have. You can plug it in, but like I said, I don't like having plugs and cords and everything running outside. If I can't monitor it, I don't want it plugged in because it's easy for things to catch fire. And that would keep the water from freezing over. So a lot of the elders said what they do is sometimes, if they still have standing water, they will actually dump it out in the evening and just refill the containers the next day, or they'll just put it on top of the ice that's there, and throughout the day it'll just melt down on its own. So yeah, but yeah, those are some tips that I have. I really wanted this to be a really quick video. I know these are not all the things that you can do, but these are just some of the things that we can do. And if you have more tips, please leave it down in the comment section below. Any other videos that you want to see, any other things you want me to talk about when it comes to chicken, let me know. I'll be more than happy to oblige. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you subscribe and check out my shorts. I'm gonna start back posting shorts. Check out the TikTok page. I have not decided if I'm gonna do an Instagram page. I take such beautiful photos of my chickens as I may just do an Instagram page, but I'll let you guys know. I do have my website up and running. If you want to grab you some gear, make sure you contact me. Let me know. The website is posted below. If you want to send a donation, the Cash App is posted below. Hit the super thanks. Just whatever you want to do, just leave a comment, a like. That's just enough for me. Let me know that you were here. Let me know if you like it. Even if you don't like it, thumbs down. I know that you don't like it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And as usual, toodaloo. Bye-bye.